committed to offering the best education for every learner. We are CBC compliant and provide junior secondary education, ensuring a seamless academic journey for your child. We provide excellence in every detail, a modern, spacious library, fully equipped for every learner, a state-of-the-art science laboratory and a modern computer lab, perfect for hands-on, practical learning, spacious, modern classrooms for comfort and focus, top qualified teachers certified by the Ministry of Education.
In the latest Kenya National Council for Examinations KJSEA results, Elimu Academy recorded outstanding performance. Out of 48 candidates, 29 exceeded expectations, 17 met expectations, and only 2 approached expectations. Most impressively, 32 learners successfully transitioned to C1 secondary schools, a true reflection of strong academic foundation and consistent excellence. The 2026 intake and admissions are ongoing. Hurry and secure space for your child today.
Located 2 kilometers from Kisii town along the Kisii-Keroka highway.
Call us on 0741 562 931 or 0780 894 411.
Elimu Academy, educating for eternity.
Umwanchwa niona kwariganirie Chinsa Isano na Ibere chitarikinye mutinyo kabire bo mwako yoiga wechiru Ibere na Ibere na Isano nemo tunyara gusangamo naye ali abereka gutwikira SMS ito ya mangana amaya kurinde okonyoria nga ritkuria rero nigombegete bikoroto bya Matilda Obaigwa oyute wetibuya tunyara gusangamo naye nigo tukubwaterana na Vanessa Nyaboke eli andigonkoro kwa Dipon Asanya twende guika omwelio. Uchakakura se kaunti ya Nyamira, serikali ya kaunti ya Nyamira eyekorawa no mugavana Omoske Amos Nyaribo ngoli tukolera yatwarire chinkwana echo chirachie kubwaterana n'ababwatani ba Planters Cooperative Union gose KPCU elio goche gokinia ekerengo kyobulimi Chinsa anene asekemeri gie kahawa gokwana chiga kecho ni gatebirenga abalimi nigo barachikonyora amaigelio abosa batarigwa kanera kende asechiwikibere me county ya Nyamira bunenchira yamo yogo chikoene kyanga lige saria kemeria giekawa giakinire korwa sorgongorwe
abantu bamindorero otwacha KPCU asobona in Kenya Planters Cooperative Union erieko konya mangana yekawa tuanjiranire tusaine moyo na barabo nabo banchiranire go support farmers baito go train na ko seedlings igogo jimotwe the team map na KPCU go train farmers baito ikiagere kawa sabono tigoria yedire gesara ejinejwe asinyinge ikiaji kawa se kilo negende kega abakonyora tise ko ye promote na bako nyoro takabore gati ito bwakianisha.
Thank you. My name is Timothy Miruge, the managing director of New Kenya Planters Cooperative Union. To the coffee farmers, as well as we are going to identify the youth, 2 by every ward, who are going to be trained by some of the best institutions in coffee, like Coffee Research Institute, to become the very best extension ward champions. The other bit we have also discussed and agreed is on seedling propagation. We have agreed that Nyamira County is going to identify suitable land and also youth and women that are going to undertake the growing of or propagation of seeds and seedlings, which will also benefit Nyamira County because these seedlings will be sold or will be given to farmers in Nyamira County as well. We're also going to have trainings centered around good agronomy practices led by our field officers or field extension officers and also the county extension officers to ensure that the people who have grown the crop We move from an average production of 1 kilo, and we move all the way to, our target is 10 kilos.
Tuanjira nenaende uchakera next week na toko rwagata ochora youths babere female and male korukire ward igabana 14 toto bachora a week yo jabande training. The training here about 2 weeks. Batari waka na Kenyans bagasomewa baragiriwa
gotigana nayo mwanchu murigereria goika sensemo ya Nairobi bari bakurigia ebirogo ao inse yekiama kya UDA kurwa sense ya Kenya litukoria rero ni goba umiranire no murai wense Omoske William Samuel Ruto sensemo ya State House mnenchira ya moyo gokwanira chinchira cyoko bekemiroberio anena sobo chori obonene bori bosio Omoske William Ruto ni go akwanira buna abaiga barigetie ekerogo kyoborai ase chinsemo wetera sekya mekyo nigo baorokirie obuya nabo igo ogosemeria kwabo inse yoborai bwekya mekyo chinga kyecho ni garorekana ko motogia omokonyo yekidhure kindiki asemire memi yagenda tokokora anene kumubotesia erego ikirania shira chirarierete abana inchi.
Harambe Harambe UDA UDA. Ukiona viongozi 10,000 wanatafuta nafasi ya kuongoza kwa viti ambayo ikipatikana ni 1,450, we have more than 8 aspirants per seat of MCA, ni kumaanisha ya kwamba nyinyi mnatambua ya kwamba pale grassroots wananchi wanasema chama ni UDA. Mimi nimefurahi sana kwamba leo niko na msaidizi, principal assistant, ambaye anaelewa kazi yake. Si ndio? Mimi niwaulize kama ilikuwa ule jamaa mwingine. Niwaulize angekuwa na akili ya kuelewa mambo vile huyu jamaa anaelewa. Profesa Kindiki ni fire si fire bwana. Sasa mnajua kazi yangu imekuwa rahisi, kwa sababu leo niko na msaidizi ambaye anaelewa mambo ya serikali, anaelewa barabara, anaelewa stima, anaelewa universal health coverage, anaelewa elimu, anaelewa mpaka hata maneno ya savings, anaelewa mambo ya serikali. Kindiki ni fire si fire. Kila mwanachama wa UDA mahali popote ulipo ujue ya kwamba hiyo maneno Profesa Kindiki amefanya hapa, wewe ni sehemu ya wale watu waliotusaidia kutimiza haya mambo.
Chingaki checho ni gomokonyi bomurai wense Omoske Profesa Kithure Kindiki boigo akwanire igoro yekigancha kya NSSF ikiatebire ngani gogia kinire inse yoborai bwa Kenya kwanza kurengana nere ni gatebire nga ase emyakerebosio nige kiganche kyo kirachigo keya amakabeso kurwa chinse chesko asatebire nga bunaba Kenya ntochukwebekera amo enibo eyuera nyare gotokonya anena sokwegendereria nabo gwikinia asamagenderero.
When UDA government took power, the amount of money we had saved at NSSF was 320 billion shillings for 62 years. 320 billion shillings, 62 years. The last 2 years alone, NSSF now, the savings we have saved as Kenyans, because this is our money, has risen from 320 billion. We have doubled it. We have surpassed the double mark we have raised an extra 350 billion. Today, NSSF is sitting on reserves of pension of 690 billion shillings. That figure is going to help us because we will reach 1 trillion in the next few months. That is the money that government will borrow to do high return infrastructure or infrastructure projects with high returns, so that we stop borrowing money from overseas. We must redeem our country from the indignity and the embarrassment of having to borrow money around, because the money we get from World Bank, the money we get from overseas partners, it is money that has been saved by citizens of other countries. That is the money they loan the World Bank. The World Bank loans us that money. We will borrow our own money and remove Kenya from the shame of relying on foreign.
Gutigana nayo ekiombe ekenene ekigambiro ekenene imeyense ya Kenya nigo bono barigetie kurika abarachi na ange 20 eliogokeya oborito bore ase bigambiro aho imeyense ya Kenya egati yabaria bakorigia amabagayo nigo bagenderete konenkiwa nekiombe keleya Judicial Service Commission elio banyare kwenyorera libaga ase ogokeya egurube yebina ebibire ase ebigambiro aho.
What does Chapter 6 of the Constitution demand of a judge beyond absence of corruption? Yes. And how will you also, or tell us also how you will apply the principles of Article 232 in your work as a High Court judge?
Very well, thank you, Commissioner. Basically, I would, the said articles require that a judge is impartial when hearing matters, so that there's transparency, there's impartiality. The said article also requires that there's integrity, so that when I'm hearing matters, I will do so without any fear, without any favorism, without any prejudice. I'll do so objectively. The said articles also require that there's accountability, so that if I'm hearing matters, I need to also be able to give reasons for the decisions I'm making.
I don't know whether you've read the decision of Methodist Church versus Fugicha from the Supreme Court that also handled an issue about faith, about Islamic faith. Perhaps if you can tell us what was the decision in that case by the Supreme Court.
I will invoke Article 32 of the Constitution to do with the freedom of religion. The wearing of the hijab is a practice and observance of one's faith. The school, as much as being a Christian-based school, is still guided by the Education Act. I believe Section 27 says that they have to respect different religions and denominations. My faith will not affect if it comes to matters to do with the justice. I will always look at Article 27 to do with equality. Of course, as a judge of the High Court, I will always be binded by the Constitution, which remains the supreme law of the land. And I think for purposes of encompassing diversity and embracing
ababwatani ao bechisemi egati yabo aborokia ba ECD nigo bano bemurunganire sabatere serikali nigo yasonanire aneno bokoreri bwabo bwa ECD ngakicho nigo batebirenga aborokia ba ECD nigo bagwenete konyora amageri ababene kurinda serikali nigo yesonire na kurwogo chika banyare konyora amageri yo gochiko somya ebirasi byonsi a sechiskuru echioboroso.
We have a membership of 500 colleges training ECD teachers. We have students who were admitted in August, and the circular discontinues them on 19th January. What are we talking about? What do you tell these students?
Primary colleagues are teaching children how to now do mathematics do English and do all those subjects. As we are preparing children in terms of self-control, in terms of relationships, in terms of emotional control and focus. That is the science of ECD.
We have made a lot of strides in our education system. Somebody somewhere has come, is cutting it left, right, without consulting.
This is being issued when there are trainers in classroom, ongoing trainers in classroom. What then happens to those that are being trained already? What then happens to those that were employed and they are already working in our system? How will that then affect our payroll and how will that move forward?
The nature of circulars in Kenya is that they sometimes operate as law. And that circular is illegal. My suggestion is two things. One, the Senate needs to write to the PS to retract his circular with immediate effect.
Omwanchwa omurigereria roboti oruna rogotoikia omwerio bwa mangana maya Chinsa Isano na Ibere kitarikie chiga inyo mutinyo kabere asenseme yimanyalio to wateranere yakoro kwa Vanessa Nyaboke eliane nkoro kwa Dipon na Asanya na bali to waterana barukuru asenseme yende ye studio ni yakoro kwa Elvis na magaye kamera ni yakoro kwa Eugene nigona baganeirie omugasomu ya tomirane chikoraga Chinsa 10 asamange.